Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Review Script. So if you've been paying attention to filmmaking communities lately, everyone's talking about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. There's been this huge shift where independent creators and small production houses are actually ditching way more expensive gear for this thing, and I wanted to dig in and see if the hype made sense. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon. Full transparency though, this isn't a camera for everyone. But if you're serious about getting cinematic quality footage without spending 50 grand, it might actually be worth your time to hear what I found. Let me start with the obvious thing. You're getting 6K resolution. That sounds like overkill until you actually think about it practically. When you're shooting 6K, you've got massive flexibility in post-production. You can crop into shots, you can stabilize without losing quality, and honestly, you can future-proof your content. If you're making something today that might be repurposed in 5 years, 6K is just smart. Plus, you can downscale to 4K and the quality is absolutely pristine. The sensor size is actually really impressive for the price point. You're getting a 23.1 by 13mm sensor, which means shallow depth of field is totally achievable. You can actually get that cinematic look where the background melts away and your subject pops. That's something budget cameras just can't do, and it completely changes how professional your footage looks. What really matters for workflow though is that you can shoot up to 50 frames per second at 6K. That gives you options. You can do slow motion, you can do normal speed, and the codec options are built right in. You're not buying separate software licenses or worrying about compatibility issues. The recording formats are designed for editing, not against it, which saves you ridiculous amounts of time in post. Here's the EF lens mount thing. It's actually brilliant because EF lenses are everywhere and they're cheap. You've probably got friends with old Canon gear collecting dust. You can use those lenses, or you can grab quality glass for way less than native cinema mount lenses. That flexibility matters when you're building a kit on a budget. The HDMI output means you can monitor externally, send to external recorders, integrate into bigger productions. It's not fancy, but it works. And because this is designed as a real cinema camera, not a DSLR pretending to be one, the menu system and workflow actually makes sense. Now the real talk, the battery life isn't exceptional, so you'll want spares. And if you're thinking this is a point-and-shoot camera, it's not. There's a learning curve with codecs and color management. But honestly, anyone serious about filmmaking should expect that anyway. The big pro is you're getting legitimate cinema camera quality at a fraction of the cost. The other pro is the lens flexibility with EF mount. And the real con is just the workflow complexity if you're coming from consumer cameras. If you're at that point where you're ready to level up your production seriously, this camera does exactly what it promises. Check the link below for current pricing and everything else you need to compare.